All right, let's get into it. We're going to break down how you can actually win the high-stakes game of saving for education in Canada. Forget all the boring financial talk. We're treating this like a pro gamer strategy guide. Because right now, your build is probably broken. And this quote, it absolutely nails the problem. The way most people are told to use their registered education savings plan, well, from a pure strategy standpoint, it's completely glitched. It's a broken mechanic. So let's start with the basics. We're looking at the standard safe build that everyone gets told to use for their RSP. Think of it like the tutorial level of a game. It shows you the controls, but it does not prepare you for what's really coming. Okay, so the RESP, this is basically the main quest every Canadian parent gets handed. It's the official game for saving for your kids' education. And it comes with this one really unique power-up that makes it look like you can't possibly lose. And this is it, the big power-up everyone gets excited about, the Canadian Education Savings Grant, or the CSG. You put money in, and the government hands you a free 20% match. It's a massive buff that feels like an unbeatable head start, right? So naturally, because of that sweet 20% grant, this is the default character build pretty much everyone goes with. You just park all your funds in a super safe savings account or a GIC. It feels secure, it's what all the beginner guides recommend, but it has a massive hidden weakness. And here's where the ambush happens. What you don't know is that the game's developers, the server, if you will, have coded in a hidden mechanic. It's a silent nerf, and it's specifically designed to make your safe build fail. Okay, so enemy number one, we're calling it the tuition power creep. This is an enemy that gets a permanent stat buff of about 5% every single year. The cost of education just keeps getting stronger, making the game harder and harder to beat over time. At the same time, your character gets hit with this nasty status effect, inflation. It's a constant debuff that's draining your power. So after you factor it in, those tiny gains you thought you were making in your safe account, they're actually negative. You are literally losing power every second. So here's the thing. When you put these two mechanics side by side, the math is just brutal. The enemy is getting 5% stronger while you're getting 3% weaker. You're not just falling behind, you are actively losing ground every single year. That gap just gets wider and wider. The easiest way to picture this is to think of your savings as a health bar. While that silent inflation nerf is a damage over time effect that's constantly ticking down your health. That safe pile of cash isn't growing, it's taking damage. And this is the bottom line, the harsh truth. If you stick with this default safe build, your win rate is 0%. There is no scenario where this strategy lets you beat the game without taking on a mountain of debt. It just doesn't work. Okay, so we've established the default build is a total failure. So what do? How do you fix this? Well, it's time to head back to the character screen and respec. It's time to shift to the new meta. And the answer isn't just grind harder. You can't just throw more money into a losing strategy and hope for the best. No, the real answer is to completely change your build. You got to reallocate all your skill points. So what does this respec look like? First, you switch to a self-directed RSCP. Second, you start allocating your points, your funds, into a high-growth equities portfolio. And third, you automate everything so you're consistently leveling up. This is the new aggressive meta, and it's designed to actually outpace the game's rising difficulty. All right, with our new build ready, let's take a look at the final challenge. What exactly are we up against? It's time to size up the final boss. And there it is. That's the boss's health bar, $77,000. For a kid born today, that's the projected cost of a 4-year degree by the time they hit level 18. That is the massive number you need to bring down to 0. This head-to-head showdown says it all. The safe build, its damage per second, its DPS, is just too low. It's an automatic defeat. The aggressive build, on the other hand, has high DPS and the chance for massive critical hits thanks to market growth. It's the only build that even gives you a chance at victory. So what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just about picking a different savings account. This is a fundamental strategic shift you have to make, because if you stick with the default settings, it's a guaranteed loss. You have to respect your character and change your strategy if you want to win this game for your kids. And believe me, the clock is ticking.